Hey guys, it's your boy Arj, and I've got something pretty damn amazing here for you. This is the first time any YouTuber has got their hands on this, and you'd only expect this from this channel. But we have the first few pages of the Dragon Ball Heroes anime manga adaptation. It's the actual story that will feature in the new anime is all here in this manga, and this has been translated courtesy of Jambalaya and Anti-Metaman and others who are linked down below. And with some exclusive information from Anti-Metaman, I will explain exactly what's going on here like you've never heard before. But as always, make sure to leave your comments down below on how hyped you are for the new Dragon Ball anime coming in just 2 weeks, and how much you're enjoying all the exclusive spoilers coming your way courtesy of this channel. But before we begin guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our PS4 Pro giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ, all sponsored by Bandai Namco, so show your support and join the gang today. But moving on, okay, so here's the front page of the manga in colour, and what we see is obviously the main antagonist Fu up at the top, which I have an entire video explaining his origins on, so you should go check that out if you haven't already. And underneath him is Prison Planet, the amalgamation of planets he put together to form one planet. Now on the next 2 pages we see more colour images, and these give us a greater insight into how Fu has done all of this, and more of an idea into how he is as a character and why he's known as the Demon Scientist. Everything is high tech, and you see again those 7 planets, yes 7, which are held together by these massive chains. And before him lies the 7 Dragon Balls. 7 planets, 7 Dragon Balls, and guess what? They are gonna be 7 prisoners. And this is where I'll break down what the plot of the Fu Prison Planet saga is. So everything that's going on in this manga, and thus the anime, is actually masterminded by Fu. What Fu has done is trap these 7 planets together, and within them he has built 7 prisons, and within each of these he has captured and imprisoned powerful warriors, with Trunks being the last captured prisoner, Cooler being another, Bojack being another, Kamba the evil Saiyan being the 4th, and so far there's actually been some new spoilers that the 5th may be Omega Shenron from GT. But as more information gets released on that, it will be right here first, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of that. But the main game Fu is playing here is that located around the planets are 7 Dragon Balls, and the only way to escape Prison Planet is to find all 7 and wish yourself off. In the process however, battles will take place which Fu will be absorbing the energy from. But getting back to the manga, after Fu says let's start, the chapter cuts to Goku and Vegeta training with Whis on Beerus' planet, as we've been seeing from some of the released cutscenes I've shown you. Goku and Vegeta, as expected in blue form, both can't even touch Whis and fall to the floor, with Goku noting, "Re-unlocking Ultra Instinct is difficult after all," with Whis scolding him, repeating what he said earlier in the anime, "You can't master Ultra Instinct if you're still judging and following the attacks with your eyes," while the 2 Supreme Kais watch on patiently. Supreme Kai then suggests that they have a break now ready for lunch, which Whis definitely agrees to as we'd expect, before they hear a yell from Mai saying, "Hey everyone," and Supreme Kai looks on thinking she's come to eat as well. But when Whis asks with an overexcited face what Mai has brought for lunch today, she says it's serious. Trunks has been kidnapped. Now it's worth noting at this point, all of this seems to have happened after Trunks and Mai first arrived, seeking to train with Goku and Vegeta. And the story goes that Mai actually offered Whis home-cooked food in the hopes that he would teach Trunks also, perhaps allowing him to reach a new form of his own. But it's after that that Fu arrives, battles Trunks, and captures him to be prisoner in secret. Now, after hearing Mai, both Goku and Vegeta turn around in shock, with Vegeta saying he doesn't feel Trunks' ki, and Mai adding she thought he was training out here with Goku and Vegeta, before a voice from the distance shouts out, "Kidnapped? What do you mean?" Mai turns around, and right behind her she sees the mysterious figure who we know to be none other than Fu. On the next page, Fu introduces himself, and Vegeta is quick to ask who he is. Fu replies saying, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Vegeta," which immediately sounds off alarm bells in Vegeta's head, as Vegeta wonders how he even knows his name. Fu then talks to Mr. Goku, telling him he has heard a lot about him from his old friend Trunks, which Vegeta also then questions as the doting father he is. Supreme Kai digs deeper and asks whether Fu is also from the future then, since he's friends with Trunks, while Whis looks on unconvinced. Fu then seemingly just ignores that question and says it was an emergency that he arrived in the past, as Trunks was kidnapped and taken to a horrible world called Prison Planet, which, as I mentioned earlier, is the amalgamation he created. Upon hearing this though, Whis questions him further, noting he has never heard of this, which is pretty alarming as Whis knows of everything in the universe and his staff can find anything. Fu is rumbled for a bit, but being such a smart guy that he is, he thinks on his feet, saying it must not exist then in the past, and then rips a hole in time and space, saying it's certain Trunks is there, encouraging everyone to hurry up and rescue him. Supreme Kai is shocked at his abilities, while Whis again keeps his suspicions, citing how interesting this is, while Son Goku in typical style just asks about how dangerous it is and if anyone is strong there, with that lovable happy face. Vegeta though brings it back to serious and says, I don't care, we will get Trunks back now quickly. Now the next scans we have not yet had their text changed to English, but I have the exclusive translations in Raw here for you, so I'll just talk you guys through them. But on the first page we see Trunks in Super Saiyan form, beat up already and fighting Bojack, yelling, "This is the end, Bojack," meaning this is actually after Cooler frees him. But it's after punching Bojack and Bojack revealing in his hand he has one of the Dragon Balls, Trunks lets his guard down and Bojack begins a counterattack. Before he can do anything, a death beam is shot from nowhere, piercing Bojack's heart. Yes, Cooler intervened and Trunks says, "Thank you for your help," but Cooler is unimpressed and reveals his true ulterior plans and reason for freeing him and says, "Kid, you don't lower your guard until you make sure you take the last breath out of your opponent. This Trunks kid didn't have a Dragon Ball, but thanks to him I managed to get my hands on one. I'll gather the other 6 and be the one to escape this prison planet." He obviously says this under his breath, as Trunks then randomly sees Oolong and says, "Oolong, why are you here?" The chapter then cuts to Goku, Vegeta and Mai, who at this point have already fought Goku Zeno and beat him, as I revealed in my last video, with Goku saying, "Anyway, he's really strong, the other me." But Mai questions, what was up with him? He seemed to be looking for food, but he thrashed around and went somewhere. But Vegeta dismisses it all, saying it's a waste of time thinking about Kakarot's train of thought. Vegeta then again moves forward, turning his attention to Fu, saying, "Anyway, let's catch that shitty brat and take Trunks' location out of him." Fu, however, who is now talking from his lab in safety and through his Fu-bot, says, "You're scary, Vegeta-san, but I think it would be best if you worry about yourselves rather than about me. You know, because the other released prisoners will come to you looking for the ball I gave you. It's already begun." And he says that because at some point he does actually give Vegeta the 7-star Dragon Ball. And as I mentioned to you before, the aim of the game is only the prisoner who gets all 7 Dragon Balls will be able to wish for their escape. Meaning if Vegeta has one of them, he will be attracting them all towards himself. But Fu then continues saying, the experiment has already begun and a new prisoner is already near them. In fact, he's right there. But says it in a scared voice, leading Mai to say, "What's wrong?" With Fu revealing, "I'm surprised. Even though I restrained him to prevent this from happening because he was too strong, who'd have thought he would be able to free himself from the ceiling lock? Amazing, what an interesting subject." Goku and Vegeta immediately sense the incredible energy coming towards them and transform to blue immediately. The warrior flies in from a distance and lands and unleashes his ungodly power straight away, showing a brief snapshot of his masked face. And we know this guy from my previous videos is Kumba, a new evil Saiyan who is so powerful that he must be physically restrained, and even while restrained and in base form, he challenges Goku and Vegeta in blue form combined. Truly a ridiculous new Saiyan which we have never seen before. And in a video coming very soon on this channel, I will be exclusively covering him in detail, from origins to power level, so stay tuned to see that. But yeah guys, that is actually it so far for the manga leaks we have. but this will actually more than cover the first few episodes of the anime if you take in consideration all those cuts of battles that we missed out in the manga. This is literally the only channel with access to this right now, and when the full manga and story is out, I will again be the first to show you it here with an in-depth explanation. So if you're a real Dragon Ball fan, hit that button and join the 76,000 strong gang over here right now. But as always, leave your comments down below letting me know exactly what you think of the story so far. Are the interactions, the characters, the plot and the fights living up to your expectations so far? Let me know down below, but before you guys go, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our PS4 Pro giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ, all sponsored by Bandai Namco. One click and you're in, so get that done now and join the gang today. But until next video guys, cheers.